This morning, we'll get to see a little piece of Bismarck history, a shipwreck that has been in the Missouri River but hasn't been seen for over a decade, has recently become visible.
That's right, and new this morning, Kaylin McLaughlin is here to give us a little background on this hidden gem. Kaylin?
Good morning, Josh and Alicia. So yes, the Abner O'Neill sank in North Dakota 130 years ago. I spoke with an expert about what it once was and how it ended up here. Here's what I found out. The Abner O'Neill was built in 1884, named after a well-known captain. The boat frequently transferred wheat between Washburn and Bismarck and Mandan. In 1891, the steamboat became stuck in ice with cargo and remained stuck throughout the winter months, but was later hauled out and back up and running. On July 17th of 1892, the Abner O'Neill was between Washburn and Mandan when it struck a rock and began to sink. The boat and cargo were a total loss. Archaeologists say the shipwreck has now revealed itself after not being seen since the 2011 Missouri River flood.
Through changes in how the Corps of Engineers manage their dams, and so there are some seasonal effects. The water really affect how well you can see it. So it's, any given year, it's going to be completely different out there.
Nick Ettinger is a local that made it his mission to go out and see the shipwreck himself. The Abner O'Neill gives us an idea of what the river means to this part of the country and the important role these boats had.
Ferrying people north and south from, through North Dakota, as well as cargo, before there really were roads.
Nick says that a lot of history in North Dakota has been lost, so he appreciates this little piece of history.
And a lot of our history has been, torn down or worn away by weather. Everything here is extreme. So to have something that is as old as the Abner O'Neill shipwreck, still being able to see the actual wood and the iron that went into that ship with our own eyes is just an incredible experience.
The shipwreck reveals itself very rarely, so it is important to not disturb it so it'll remain as is.
Something as historic as that and something as old as that, something that came long before I was here and is going to be here long after I'm gone, was just an important thing for me.
A couple things. One is that it's public property and a protected historic site, so when visiting it, it's important to take only pictures and be respectful.
Please keep in mind that the property adjacent to the shipwreck is private land, and the owners do ask explorers to be respectful.
Right, yeah. Just amazing, an amazing piece of history. And like you were saying earlier, Josh, just imagine all of those.
Carrying that wheat from Washburn all the way down to Bisman. I love this ship. It has so much mystique, so much history around it. Really would be a pleasure and an honor to see it.
Yeah, that is for certain. So cool.